Are you postponing your success? Are you putting off the things that you need to do to achieve your goals to a later date? Most people fail to understand that time does not wait for no one. Either they fail to understand or they fail to realize and accept that simple truth. About 16 years ago, when I landed in the United States, I had the simple goal of pursuing a degree in science, specifically in biotechnology. I wanted to achieve a PhD. And that was a goal that I had, a simple goal. But when I looked at the amount of time, when I discussed with the people, they told me, man, you must love school because it's going to take you a long, long time. That is true. It has taken me a long time. Most people look at the time that it's going to take to achieve the goals that they need to achieve, and then they think, oh my God, I don't have enough time. They think that there's not enough time to achieve it. But the thing is, they fail to understand time is still the same amount of time that everybody is given. So, what is holding you back? What is holding you back? There's a Chinese proverb that says that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the next best time to plant a tree is today. So you see, time is still gonna pass. The goal is this, the question is this, are you gonna begin pursuing your dreams? What is holding you back? That's a question that I want us to think about, to try to answer. And I've done a small research and seen that there's 3 things that hold people back, and they're very much connected and related. The first thing that holds people back in achieving their goals and pursuing to the success that they want is fear and trauma. And I know they're kind of connected. Yes, fear could be leading to trauma, or trauma could be leading to fear. Fear and trauma, maybe the trauma that you witnessed seeing successful people fail, or the trauma of the pain that you saw somebody else go through in achieving their goals. So is trauma holding you back? Is fear holding you back? Fear of failure? That's the biggest one. Fear of failure. People are afraid to fail and not to look good. But for you to look good, for you to have that success, then fear must be overcome, especially the fear of failing, because failing is inevitable. But the question is are you gonna still face your fears of failing and learn from them? Second thing that hold people back is people. I know people hold people back. You could surround yourself with people who are pulling you back instead of pushing you forward towards your goals. So people can still hold you back. So are you allowing people to hold you back by discouraging you, by telling you cannot do it, or by telling you it's so hard that nobody has achieved it? People can hold you back. And then number 3, and you see, lack of resources is a true tangible problem. But can it be overcome? I believe the answer is yes. Every significant achievement that has ever been achieved, it was achieved in the midst of lack or limited resources. Okay, so these 3 things, people, trauma and fear, and lack of resources, is what is holding a lot of people back. And today I want to share with you one way, not 2, not 3, one way that you can immediately do today to start pursuing your dream, or to, if you are stuck, to begin again, to move forward to achieving your goals and success. Therefore, the one thing you can do today to start or to continue pursuing your success and your dream and your goals is by designing your environment. Your environment is a big factor when it comes to you achieving or pursuing or living your purpose and your dreams and your goals. So designing your environment. So how do you design your environment? There's so many ways to design an environment, but because of today's session here, I just want to share you one way that I think if you do that one thing, then you'll find that your environment will be suited for you to pursuing your goal. So you have to surround yourself with 2 people, because why people? 2 people, 2 kinds of people you have to surround yourself with. And the question is, why people? People are the biggest factor in your environment. People will produce negative emotions around you or positive emotions. People are going to encourage you or discourage you. People will lead you or not lead you to resources. People will show you the path to follow, or they're going to hide the path for you. So people are very important. And today I want to encourage you to design your environment by surrounding yourself with these two kinds of people. Number one, the people who are doers. People who are doers. People who are not stuck in their dreams. When I came to the United States, I did not like the people who used to tell me, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we used to do this and this. I used to do all these great things. But what the question is, what are you doing today? So for me, I like surrounding myself with people who are doing things presently. Yes, it's good to talk about your past successes. Of course, we can draw motivation from that. But if you're not doing anything today, that means there's something really wrong. So these people who are doers are people who are not stuck in their dreams. In fact, they are looking forward with anticipation, with great anticipation to succeeding. People who are doers are also innovators. They think outside the box. They have what I call the engineering mindset. They engineer things, they engineer solutions. They're not stuck because one way is not working. But these people are innovative. They think of better ways to do things. When you come into contact with these people, you'll always find that you're living with a better way of doing something that you used to do. So surround yourself with people who are doers because they are innovative. They are also not afraid of failing. Now, again, remember we say failure or fear of failure is what is holding a lot of people back. But if you surround yourself with people who are doers, then you'll find that these people are people who are not afraid of failure. They're also not limited by their limitation or the limitation imposed on them. People who are doers are people who are not limited by limitation placed on them or limitation that could arise from them. They have a positive mindset. They think about things that are not going to hold them back. They don't spend time in their lacking of resources, but they are looking for resources. Because if you think about, I don't have resources, I don't have this to do this, then what are you doing? You're spending so much time thinking about what you don't have instead of thinking about what you can have. Because remember, whatever you think about, whatever you're constantly thinking about, that's what you are attracting. So if you're a person who is always thinking of lack of resources, then you'll find that lack of resources will be always part of your life. You'll be a person who's never having resources. But if you're the person who thinks, I have a goal and I need this resource, and I need that resource. Now you start thinking about the resources that you want, and those resources will start coming to you. You'll start attracting the resources. Whether it's money or anything kind of resources, you'll start attracting them when you start thinking about the resources that you want and not the resources that you don't have. The second kind of people who you want to surround yourself with to design your environment are the people who are grateful, the thanksgiving people, people who are always grateful. There's people who are always giving thanks, and there's always people who are always complaining. So the question is this: are you going to surround yourself with people who are complaining or people who are grateful? Now, what are some of the qualities or some of the traits of people who are grateful? Number one, they count their blessings. They count their blessings. They look at what has happened in their life and they're able to see things that happened to them and not to everybody else. So they're counting their blessings. Number two, these people see more beauty in life. When you're grateful, that means you're looking first of all for positive things in your life. So life in general becomes beautiful, and therefore you have a mind that is positive. They don't fear failure, but they learn from their mistakes. People who are grateful learn from their mistakes. They don't repeat their mistakes, but they learn from them. Doing a mistake once is not a bad thing. Actually, we are all guilty of doing a mistake. But the question is, have you learned from your mistake? People who are grateful are always learning from their mistakes, and most importantly, they're learning from the mistakes of others. Last but not least, these people attract resources. As I said again, if you keep thinking about what you don't have, then you'll find that what you don't have will always be missing in your life. But if you keep thinking of what you want then even if it's a resource, that resource will come to you. So what kind of people we need to surround ourselves with? People who are doers and people who are, again, people who are doers and those people who are grateful. Yes, I see. People who are grateful. So it's very important. So the question that we're asking ourselves today is this: are you postponing your success? And I believe if you know that you have 24 hours in a day, you have 365 days in a year, and you have a certain amount of time to live here on earth, then you know postponed your success because of lack of time, lack of resources, but you learn to plant the tree today. All right? I hope this was something that you'll find of value. If you found it of value, you can like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.